I it's funny you go up the timeline. Your name is Tempest. That's really ironic. I want to have a dialogue, a healthy one, but one that is necessary. I promise you, it just never ends with the animals. I don't care where I am with the animals. As soon as I turn on this thing, 2 robins perched on my car. Let's have a dialogue. And this is not anything where I am going to be preaching. I'm going to speak from my heart. I'm going to speak from my heart because it's necessary. This morning, I was attempting to do Car Chronicles, and it just started going absolutely haywire. Dominic Davis, bless you. And so when I logged off, I came to this place. Like when I say this place, I came to this place. Minister Stefanetta, can you get with Paula Knox? She lost her aunt at 3 a.m. this morning. So I came to this place, and I think its Wi-Fi is still acting up for some reason, unbeknownst to me. But the place in which I am, I'm just going to be honest with you. I snapped. Thank you. I absolutely snapped. Now, if you can, someone said the devil is big mad because you kicked his butt on Sunday. Well, he gonna get it again this Sunday. I snapped, flipped, lost it. Why did this happen? I have to speak from a place where most women are going to find this very relatable. Thank you, Mother Cece. There's a scripture in the Bible that says it's the small foxes that spoil the vines. And small foxes that spoil the vines, you don't understand the damage that those little tiny foxes do in the vineyard. Those little tiny foxes in the vineyard, what they do is they gnaw. They gnaw at the vine, which causes the vine to corrode. And whatever is growing dies. What happens when a small fox spoils the vine? He may gnaw at everything from the vine to the root. And it causes such damage until the grapes that are beginning to coil up a gate or in the vineyard, it dies. It just doesn't die. It dies in midstream. It dies when the clusters are beginning to grow. It just stops growing. I'm saying this because this passage of scripture happens to all of us all over the world, especially women. Now I'm going somewhere. It happens because women are already carrying weight. We're already carrying the weight of the children, carrying the weight of husbands. We're carrying the weight of, someone said, I feel this way all this time. You're carrying the weight. And so we've got 1,000 people on the sound of my voice, and I realize that something is happening with Facebook because the fonts are different. It's a Facebook thing. If you're feeling the weight of the world, if you're feeling the weight of your house, the weight of your life right now, just symbolically give a smiley face emoji with the tear. Give that one, because this ain't funny right now. Someone said, yes, ma'am, you're talking to us. So give that emoji with the tear if you're feeling the weight, if you're feeling the pressure of life, the pressures of the world. See, do that. Someone said, I'm getting chills. Okay, Desiree, let's go. 1,000 people under the sound of my voice. If you're feeling the weight and you're a female, you give the emoji with the tears that's going up the timeline right now. I got 1,000 people. We are carrying too much weight. Women are carrying weight that they have not been designed to carry. We're carrying so much weight until what happens is we become, okay, I'm not by myself. We have become overloaded with life because we have not been designed to carry that massive amount of pressure. And so here we go. I want to speak to the mothers that's raising children and daddy ain't doing a damn thing. Yeah, I want to talk to you. I want to speak to the woman right now that you're doing all the best that you can and you're doing all that you can to be in the army, and yet it still ain't enough. I want to talk to y'all. I want to talk to those that's carrying the weight of the world and ain't nobody, watch this, and everybody's sitting around looking at you carrying a whole goddamn weight and they just smiling. I want to have a real conversation. So if you want to judge me for a bathing suit, oh, you're going to sure judge me now, because I am going to speak from a place of carrying too much weight. Okay, I'm not by myself. Greg, you texted me now. You got to give me a minute. I want to talk to all of y'all. I want to speak to all the women that's on overload right now. Now, I'm a real pastor, but right now, I'm MJ. I'm Jameliah. I want to speak to all of y'all carrying real weight right now. And so you have to understand that the weight wouldn't be so heavy if people around you would carry their part. Well, what am I saying? I'm simply saying, someone said, okay, J Love then tag one of her friends. I want to speak to y'all that's carrying so much weight and your kids just around you having a party. I want to speak to y'all that's carrying the weight and your spouse. Hold on, stay out of my house. Let me tell my own testimony before you throw me under the bus. You carrying the weight. Okay, Andrea, you know good and well. You carrying the weight and your husband somewhere in another state. You carrying the weight and everybody just sitting around you because you superwoman and you can carry the weight. Did you know the weight could be easy? Someone said, come on here. The weight could be very easy if everybody around them would take a little piece of their part. It means children. Let me speak for all of the mothers in the world right now. You could take the pressure off of us if you just stop doing what you do. Watch this. That means do what you're supposed to do. Do what you have to do so you can do what you want to do. Do what you have to do so you can do what you want to do. It simply means we're tired of talking. If you just do what you have to do, it would limit us telling you to clean up your room. If you do what you have to do, it would limit us always going into our bosom to make sure that your car notes is paid and all of those things. If you did what you have to do, someone said, carry it. If you did what you have to do, we would take, someone said, shoot, child, you talking to me. We would take a little bit of breath that we use cussing you out on a regular basis and just use it to breathe. I'm not done yet. If you would just carry a little bit of your weight and we don't have to come into a house full of dishes that you use, might I add. Someone said back in business, if you would carry some of the weight, that means that I don't have to carry it at all. Now, I got 2,000 people under the sound of my voice. Someone said the piece of your weight. Yeah, that's good. Carry a piece of your weight. But the problem is everybody around you ain't doing what they're supposed to do, so you got to pick it up. Did you know that we don't want to carry the weight? We don't want to be on overload. We don't want to be burdened down with stuff. And we emphatically lay our burden down at the altar, but sometimes we got to pick it up because everybody looking and saying, well, how do we carry it? What do we do? Someone said, talk, Jameliah. Some of us wouldn't have to be so heavy weighted and burdened down if people around you would just take this simple word. It's called initiative. Initiative. Someone said, I'm screaming right now, Dottie, I got you. I know the vein in which I speak in it if I have to be the sacrificial lamb today. It's called an initiative. I ain't spelling nothing. I don't know how to spell it. Hell, somebody put it up. Did you know the word initiative is even how you get hired if you can do a job or not? You go on a job interview and the only thing that they ask you is, do you take the initiative? Elder Barbara said, come on, Jameliah, tell it. Do you take the initiative? The initiative means that you ain't sitting around waiting for me to tell you what to do. You do it because you realize it'll take the pressure off mommy. It'll take the pressure off daddy. It sure take the pressure off Nana if you just take the initiative. But what we do is because we realize you ain't going to take the initiative, we do it and we never take off our cape. Oh, I need you to red. Someone said, come on, Pastor. Valerie said, I just passed up. Get up. You just need a rest. You just need the rest. You need to, no, you don't want me to rest because if you wanted me to rest, you would take the initiative. So I could. The initiative, thank you for spelling that, Dallas Mom. The initiative means that I am going to do what I've got to do so you can rest. You may not do what I do. You may not even have the ability or the intuitiveness to think the way that I think. But if you can help me just a little bit, Corinne, I know you used to work for Essence, so I know you spelled it right. If I could take a little bit of the initiative, mommy will rest. Let me tell you something. I done had 2 strokes. I be damned. Yes, I said it. If I have another one, I'm not having another stroke. No, I'm not going to do that. People around me going to take the initiative or something's going to happen. Why is it that you got to, someone said, this is the message that you, okay. Someone said, oh my gosh, you sent this to your baby, yes, your baby daddy yesterday. Well, hold on. Some of you single mothers, I'm going to say it for you, Tamika fans. You need to pack your kids up and drop them over their baby mama house or their baby daddy's house and let them stay there for a couple of years. Turn off your phones and don't even pick it up. Let them figure it out. And they'll realize what you've been dealing with all this time. See, it's cute when they babies because you can give them chicken nuggets or you can spank them and sit them in a room. But when they get a certain age, over 18, and daddy becomes MIA and mommy becomes MIA because they older now, you figure it out for them because you doing better than I am, or you figure it out because now, no, all these fathers that ain't doing nothing, I hope you don't get a card for Father's Day. You don't take the initiative to raise your kids, but yet and still you want a Father's Day card? Take your kids and send them over to their daddy house and don't pick up the phone. In fact, leave them there for a while. It's the initiative. Nobody taking the initiative, but everybody wants you to rest. Did you know that's the fox that spoiled the vine? It's the fox is the initiative. When you don't take the initiative, you gnaw at what could be prosperous and it causes a collision because you ain't taking the initiative. Hell, everybody around you comfortable. Ain't that it? Everybody, someone said, I just told my son this, the last 15, look, let me tell you something, don't talk to him again. Everybody who is under the sound of my voice, if I am wrong right now, tell me that I'm wrong, but everybody around me is comfortable. They is. Come on now, talk about it. Every mother that is under the sound of my voice, if you with me right now, I'm going to sow $7 just for you so God can give you a strength not to black out because you're about to. I wish people around me would take the initiative. Ain't nobody taking the initiative. They waiting for me to say breathe. Oh, there you go. Oh, you was going to die if I didn't tell you to breathe. I'm so tired of telling my son to clean up his room. I'm tired. That part, Harriet. Everybody is just having a smorgasbord, doing what they want to do, laughing like we living in a Smurf village, and I'm the only chick trying to make this all happen. Come on now. People are tired. Women are tired all over the world. And brother said, Shawnee said, my God, this is a word. Well, if this is the way you got to die, then dang it, so be it. I'm tired of people just taking me for granted. I'm tired of people just taking the initiative. You taking your mother for granted. You taking your wife for granted. You taking your sister. You taking everybody. You just taking it for granted. And everybody, la, 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 la. Everybody laughing, spinning, jumping, and you having a nervous breakdown because won't nobody take the initiative. Ain't nobody taking the initiative. And that's what's wrong with women. That's why we feel so overwhelmed and overloaded because ain't nobody taking the initiative. Ain't nobody if I don't take out the freaking trash, the trash won't get taken out. If I don't fill up the gas car with gas, hey, you know this is your story. You in my inbox. Need I turn my inbox over and let y'all see what's in it? You gotta buy the food, cook the food, prepare the food, run the church, take care of the kid. You gotta do everything. And everybody, la, 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 la. And I'm like, wait a minute. Do you know it's those small foxes that causes, watch this. I never will forget when the Holy Spirit taught me something called the feather effect. Someone said this. Someone said, you straight freaking, okay, okay. Yeah, that's right. I never will forget when the Lord taught me the feather effect. The feather effect is when you're carrying enough weight and the feather causes it to fall. Someone said, okay, do it, that part. You're carrying the weight and the feather causes everything that you're carrying to fall. The initiative is, if you don't take the small things and balance the weight, everything is about to crumble. And that's why people are having nervous breakdown. It's because nobody taking the initiative. They taking you for granted and they say, we ain't gonna do nothing. We're living a life like it's golden, and you better drag it all. People will come against you when you say, look, I'm overwhelmed. Okay, hold on. Okay, someone is tagging a friend. You need to listen to this. People right now, you feel like you're going to lose your mind simply because everybody around you looking at you like, what we going to do? Some of y'all just need to quit. I promise you, I'm in my car. I feel like driving and don't come back for a week. But I ain't going to do that because I'm responsible. When you got grown kids, I don't care what age that. See, I'm a pastor, but I'm a wife and I'm a mother first. You will do everything under your sun and it still ain't enough. It still ain't enough. Everybody around you, y'all better take inventory. If people are lax, taking you for granted, laughing when they know you about to have a nervous breakdown, they don't care, they're not listening, it's time for you to revamp some stuff. Because I know damn well I am. Oh, you don't like my verbiage? Too bad. Log off. Follow somebody else. But I'm a realist. I'm a realist. I'm a realist. And then when you black out, everybody's scrounging. When you black out, now, and someone said, okay, when you black out, everybody's scrounging now. Why is it? She said, Pastor, please say it. Why is it that you got to black out for everybody to take the initiative? It's the balance of me asking you to do something and you follow through to keep me from repeating myself on a consistent basis. Someone said, I'm all up in your house. You got to understand the initiative is, I don't want to keep talking about it. I want to come in and the dishes is done. I want to come in and the garbage is out. I want to come in and at least set up automatic draft. So, watch this. I'm in Puerto Rico. And Duke Energy called me and said they're about to turn out my lights. What kind of buffoonery is that? Because I'm so overwhelmed with everything that I'm doing that I forgot to set it up on overdraft pay. And I got grown folks living in my house that could have said, let me handle that. See what I'm saying? It's the small foxes. And so now that I'm like, yo, I'm blacking it out. Everybody get out. You ever go in and kick in the door and tell everybody to get up? Get up, clean up this house. Oh, that's why I was at the Car Chronicles. Because you don't understand. It's those small foxes that causes the vine to crumble. And someone said, I'm not yeah. Rolanda Ameka said, I'm not a record player. Women all over the world, you have become a natural born walking record player. Get up. Move this. Do this. Move that. Clean that up. Do that. Okay. Someone, Miss Bryant, she said, why I gotta cuss you out the first time for them to do it? You gotta cuss folks slap out for them to do what they gotta do. The initiative takes the weight off. The initiative takes the weight off. The initiative is, I ain't got to worry about the trap. I ain't got to worry about that. I ain't got to worry. That means that we could continue to carry the weight if somebody just take off some of the pressure. Pay attention. We could continue to carry the weight if somebody would just take off the pressure, man. Take it off. Take it off. Did you know that your family that live in your house, they're designed to take the pressures off? Take the pressure off your mother. Take the pressure off your father. Take the pressure off your husband. Take the pressure off your wife. It's a just balance that pleases God. That means the balance is, someone said, no. See, somebody just said, Pastor, you got to stop doing everything and make them responsible. Let me explain something to you. It's easier said than done, especially if you got folks around you that's used to you doing everything, and they say, we ain't got to do it. So what you got to do is you got to do something. You got to shut down. I'm already there. You've got to understand that the just balance, it means that I'm going to balance the weight out just enough so everybody can function and we can have peace. So we can have peace. But most people don't understand. The balance is, I need you to take initiative on the things that I've told you that I'm dealing with right now. I'm doing this, so I can't worry about that. Let me give you this. I'm doing this, so I can't worry about that. Let me give you that. Everybody around you done got MIA. Everybody. Everybody. I don't care who it is in my circle. All y'all. I'm done. I'm saying that I gotta black out and lose my mind for people to stand up and say, let me take the pressure off. Just a little balance, please. Just a little balance. I remember when my daughter was small, I went on strike. I'm getting ready to do that again. I went on strike and I put a sign on the door and says, Mommy is off duty. Suppose half of you did that. Suppose half of you did that. Suppose half of you said, I'm on strike. I ain't doing nothing. What did we do? Everybody was scrounged because you're so accustomed. Watch this. You've customized people to your responsibility. Meaning, I'm responsible. Responsible people. Watch this. Responsible people don't let stuff fall apart. Responsible people, they say, I know this got to be done. But just because I'm responsible don't mean that that gives you a right to be irresponsible. Miceth, a dropeth. Just because I'm responsible does not give you, someone said, I'm going to move to a more mistake. Okay. But just because I'm responsible doesn't give them a right to be irresponsible. It doesn't give you a right to say, so what? It doesn't give you a right to say, I'm tired. Well, just rest. You'll be all right. And then you come back to the same whirlwind that you tried to rest from. I'm tired. If people could walk a mile in your shoes, they would not have anything to say about one complaint. Mothers, I feel sorry for you mothers with these COVID children. You don't even know nothing about no algebra. But you got to add, subtract, multiply. You got to do math. You got to fix their lunch. You got to drive them to school again. You got to find a job, keep your job. You a stay-at-home mother, and now the kids are home, and you can't do the call center. You got to find it out. The father ain't nowhere. You are by yourself trying to carry the weight, and people who are supposed to help balancing it, throwing more weight on you. And then look at you like, well, what's wrong with you? Oh, I love my kids, but I don't like them today. I'm telling you the truth. Someone said, this is a whole message. Oh, I'm talking here, Audrey. Well, if I'm talking to you, so be it. People that you rely on, they damn MIA now. You don't know where they at. So now you're like, dang, man, I can't rely on nobody but what? Myself. It's just me, myself, and I. That's all I got in the end. That's what I found out. And so what I'm finding out now is who much is given, much is required. And as a woman, it's required of you to keep the family together. Watch this. You don't want to get married. You don't. You don't. Willie, what's up? Because if you really understand the Proverbs 31 woman, she was a businesswoman. The Proverbs 31 woman, she wasn't afraid of the merchants in the ship because she knew how to deal with stuff. But the Proverbs 31 woman is tired because she has to understand her responsibility is great. And so if you want to be a wife, you got to learn the responsibility of one. Because sometimes you have to create a balance. Creating a balance is everybody in the house has to find their spot and work in it. Don't come over here on this lane. Don't come over there on that lane. Everybody stay in their lane and everybody drive and we're going to get where we got to go. But what happens is with some of us and with some of you, you're in all the lanes and you're getting ready to crash because you're driving in multiple lanes with one car. And the way could be easy because I'm going to put some in your trunk. I'm going to put some in your trunk. I'm going to put some in your trunk. And we all going to go somewhere and build something together. The load is heavy for a lot of us. But it gets even heavier when you come in and you got one feather and the children drop it. You got one feather and the spouse drop it. You got one feather and your boss drop it. You got one feather and your sister drop it. You got one feather and your brother drop it. You got one feather and your family drop it. You got one feather. And whoever has that feather at that time, go get this work. Whoever drops that feather at the time, go get this work. Because you're carrying a load. And because people won't take the initiative and say, if I could pull a chair, she could carry the sink. If I could take the couch off, she could carry the sink. If I could take the window off, she could carry the sink. If I could take the piano off, she can carry the sink. If I could take the tires off, she can carry the sink. If I could take off those little things and piece off her piece so she can have some peace, then she could carry the kitchen sink. And most people don't understand. Thank you for putting the feather up, Eve Christopher. It's that one feather, and that's the initiative. It's that one feather. It's that small fox that is gnawing away that's causing everything to crash because they won't take the initiative. Everybody, I never will forget the greatest lesson that I've ever been taught with Bishop Charles W. Harris. He said this, and I never will forget it. And it's ringing off through my car. He said this: familiarity breeds contentment. Familiarity breeds contentment. Is when people are so familiar with you until they recognize your strength and they don't allow you the opportunity to rest because they say, she can handle it. She can carry that. People become familiar with your strength, and so they let you carry it. This is something that I did because I'm showing my strength. Shall I be weak? No, I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to ask, and you do this today, ask everybody around you to take a small piece of responsibility so that I can carry the kitchen sink. Ask everyone to take a small piece of responsibility so I can do Call Chronicles. Let everybody take a small piece so I can carry the weight of the world. Why don't you cook me something? I don't know when the hell the last time somebody cooked me something. Everybody will use you. Wait, hold on. This is not the segment of the show for the Goodens. I'm just saying. Everybody will use you if you let them. And I am going to tell you, the using days are over, because that's why sometimes I'm feeling overwhelmed, because maybe I feel everybody's using me. Somebody said something to me. It was my sister, to be exact. She said, you a nice person. You real nice. But people take advantage of nice people all the time. So now what I've got to do, I've got to take inventory of some things, because I don't want to black out no more. I like being nice. I like smiling. But in your house, you tell them kids, you tell your spouse, you whoever you living with, I need you to take a small piece of this load I'm carrying so that I can breathe again. I need you to take a small piece. I don't want to talk again. Someone said, come on here. I don't want to have this conversation again, because most of you are frustrated because you keep on talking. You keep talking over. Going to tag somebody and over and crying, and you keep talking, and they la 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 la. And so, thank you, sister. And so, I'm going to breathe, and I'm going to give them a minute to get it together. See what happens? You know how you do, right? You start blacking out, and all the kids start screaming and hollering and running. You know how when your kids get in trouble and you start to black out, and you come downstairs and they start vacuuming and doing dishes and doing the stuff that you nicely asked them to do. So now everybody going to start scrounging now, right? Why is it that your parent and your mother, your wife, or whoever it is you got an issue with right now, got to get to this place for you to do something so naturally for somebody that's nice? For somebody that's so naturally just do what they have to do to make sure that you have everything you need to succeed. Why is it that you got to get through this place, this place, this place, this place for them to do something? Why? It gets to the point in time where even your grown kids won't like you. Ain't that right, Delphi? Because you make them take the initiative. Folks ain't gonna like you when you tell them to take the initiative. You become the worst person in the world because I want you to clean your room. You become the worst person in the world because I need you to do some things. See, people take your kindness for weakness. A chick ain't weak at all. I'm trying to keep Brooklyn in the cage or wherever it is that y'all coming from. But at some point in time, two things got to happen to the fox. You got to kill it, or you got to put down something and drive it another way. Choice is yours. So I'm saying, I know you hate this place. Angela said, I hate this place. Harriet said, yup. This place can be an unhealthy place. It can be a safe place. It can be a stressful place. It all depends how you look at it. I'm going to use this opportunity to revamp some things. I'm going to use this, Kenya, you ignorant as the day is long. I'm talking, and my sister says that color's so beautiful on you. You're so pretty. You're beautiful too. I'm going to need you to take this opportunity to just, I'm going to revamp some stuff. Because folks is too familiar. They become comfortable, complacent. And even people become disrespectful because they realize that you'll deal with it. You'll handle it. So now, a whole lot gonna change. I suggest you do the same thing today. My seed today is for me. It's the seed of 7. So I can get my own personal breakthrough. Because I need God to give me the strength I need to handle everything that's going to come down the pipes after the day. I'm a realist. I'm a pastor, but I'm a realist. Women, it is National Women's Month. It is March. I've been asked to do websites, magazines. I'm putting all that on pause. This is National Women's Month. Statistics say that women have more heart attacks than men. Statistics say that women are overwhelmed, stressed, overworked. They've gotten to the place where they have had more nervous breakdowns than most men. It is National Women's Month. I need every woman to sit down, take a deep breath, and what is causing you the place of being overwhelmed, you got to do something. Because you too fine to have a nervous breakdown. Someone said, I'm seeing right now. You too fine to have a stroke. You too fine to have a heart attack. You've got to get to the place where you kill the fox or divert it to another vineyard. But it cannot spoil your vine because your harvest is growing. You got to take those feathers that are around you, and you cannot allow not one more person to throw it on the weight that you're already carrying because you're carrying too much. Yes, I've had 2 strokes, 2 of them. But grace of God, there go I. I ain't having another one. I'm going to take a deep breath, and I'm going to get on the bandwagon. Don't tell us to rest, and the minute we rest, nothing has changed, because that makes it harder. My sister said, I'm going to soul myself. I have women that I love I have women that's in my space that are on Prozac because of the people around them. Yeah. They got on Prozac because they felt like they were having a nervous breakdown because of the weight. Okay, Alkamar, I didn't say it, but she just said, yep. I got people right now, they're going through so much, and it's that one little feather that they just drop, and it causes everything they carry to go crash because people around them won't take the simple initiative. Happy Women's Month. Oh, wait a minute, but they're giving us May. They're giving us Mother's Day. I want you guys to follow your leader. I'm saved, but I ain't soft. You have to change some things. I'm going to do that first. I'm going to do this first. You got to change some stuff. I'm going to do this first. I promise you, if you change some stuff, it'll get better. I done started. Before I logged on here, I done started. If I gotta talk one more time, it's gonna be some problems. Yep. If I gotta talk one more time, it's gonna be some problems. If I gotta talk, have you said that in your house? If I gotta talk one more time in my house, to my team, the church, my staff, oh, it's gonna be a problem. Oh, it's gonna be a big problem. It's gonna be a big problem. I am not afraid to release fire and get rid of, because my sanity is more important than anything dear to me. You take this any way you choose, but I am saying things got to change for the women that are in my space, including me. Women are sick and tired of being sick and tired. You could take this message any way you want to. We're sick and tired of being sick and tired. Someone said we need this every day. I'm not going to knock off your crown. I'm just going to help you adjust it as I adjust mine. Okay? Okay? Initiative. You take that and it'll pull off the weight from anybody that you love. If you take the initiative, 3,000 people, the initiative takes off the weight. You doing the dishes, you may not even, someone said the wrath, baby. You right, Gwen. I'm not saying you got to clean up your mama's whole house, but at least keep your area clean. I'm not saying you got to pay all the bills, but if you could set it up on automatic draft, whatever it is that you got to do to take the initiative off of the person that's carrying away, me suggest you do that. All right? Bye.